So we back with another video. I seen this shit and I had to click it. I ain't never heard of somebody born without a vagina. That's this the first time I've ever heard of this.
About pretty much all of my vagina. I was just so humiliated and embarrassed by it. I didn't feel like a woman.
I remember when you were first diagnosed. That was really hard. But I'm really proud of you.
It's part of who I am. It is my story. I don't want to pretend that it's not me. It is me. My name's Emily. I'm 22 and I was born with Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome, or MRKH for short. It's 1 in 5,000 women born with it. It means that I was born without a uterus and a fully formed vagina. I've got both ovaries that hopefully are healthy, but I won't be able to find that out for a few years yet. Okay, yeah, all done. At 16, I just got told, you have this condition called MRKH. When I found out, it was really tough. I was just so humiliated and embarrassed by it. I didn't want people to judge me. I didn't feel like a woman. When I was 16, I started going through the treatment of dilation. Making a vagina out of that is just so tough. And for me, it was really painful. It's embarrassing. I ended up having what's called the Vecchietti procedure. And what they do is they kind of put a device on your abdomen and use traction to, pull up and create a canal. Excruciating and really, really horrible. But that was when I was 17. And since then, I've not needed to do any more treatment. You think, well, I must be the only person in the world and you don't find anybody else. Eventually I did. There's a whole community of people. That's really helped build my confidence and know that I want to talk about it a bit more.
So I remember when you were first diagnosed. That was really hard. Not understanding much about it. You think you're the only person going through it, don't you? But I'm really proud of you now.
So I'm going to be talking to Charlie today. She's got MRKH too. Just talk to her about what her fertility journey was and then, ask for some advice. I know my options kind of mainly are IVF and surrogacy or adoption. It's good to find out more about someone that's looked at it and learnt about it a bit more, because you can read about it, but until you hear from somebody else what they've experienced, I think that's the best way to learn about it and know what's coming, really. I'm really glad I can speak to you. I just wanted to know a bit more about your journey and what you went through.
I was diagnosed actually 20 years ago this summer. It was kind of strange those first kind of few years after the diagnosis, not really knowing how to kind of process it. I'd found more information back in my 20s rather than diving straight in, because I was so worried about it taking a long time, which it does, but I was so worried about that I think I kind of lost sight of what I wanted.
I think there is a lot to consider, but yeah, as you said, I don't want it to take over my life, stressing about, am I going to have children, how am I going to have children, but I think it's just learning stuff early so I can know what to expect.
So I think trying to be patient with yourself and not comparing your journey to others in that kind of way, and just thinking that this is my path, I'm on my journey, you are not alone.
Thanks so much for talking to me today. I really appreciate all the information and advice you've given me. Thanks, Charlie.
Okay.
Bye. How did it go? Yeah, it was good actually. As Charlie said, I don't want it to take over my life thinking about having children, because I'm in my 20s. I've got to live my 20s. I need to be thinking and living in the moment. I realise how lucky I am that I got diagnosed when I am, because there's so much more support available now than there was back when she was diagnosed 20 years ago. Just because you can't have kids or people think that women should have kids doesn't mean that it is the be all and end all.
So you can tell how far Emily's come in the fact that she wants to share this potentially with the world, and I'm really proud of her for that.
It's part of who I am. It is my story. I don't want to pretend that it's not me. It is me. Cheers.
Do y'all believe she was born without a vagina? I don't know. I'm just saying I gotta see it to believe it, and they didn't show any proof. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Like, subscribe. do all that extra shit down there. Peace.